Thanks, Paul. Now, for the first time in its long and illustrious history, the Market Theatre, considered South Africa's home of theatre by many, has appointed a woman to run it. Now, after close to a year with the Chief Executive Officer post sitting vacant, the board has appointed Annabell Lebethe, former CEO of the National Arts Council. Now, of course, she joins us in studio. Annabell, welcome to Weekend Live.
Morning, thank you for having me.
2 weeks, very recently, you've taken over that position. How's it been?
Exciting, interesting, a lot to learn and a lot to take on.
What's the essential difference here? I mean, if you consider your previous job at the National Arts Council and now being the head of the Market Theatre, what's the major differences and how do you see the former actually working to the better of the latter?
I think obviously the Market Theatre is very specific to one sector, which is theatre, whereas the National Arts Council was servicing quite a number of sectors. I think that the focus is primarily on showcasing productions that are of standard quality and maintaining the name of the Market Theatre. So they're slightly distinct, but there are synergies and there are crossovers in terms of the kind of work that the Market Theatre has been producing and the work that the NSC has been supporting the sector in.
Now, I mean, the Market Theatre for many South Africans, people that have gone there, is more than just a venue to go to. It's about emotion, it's about passion, it's about a whole bunch of other things. What attracted you to the position in the first place?
I've always seen myself as a cultural administrator and wanting really to work across whichever sectors that are operational in the arts in South Africa. I was attracted by the opportunities, I think, to focus on to be involved in one sector, but also the history of the Market Theatre. I think that also presents a great association on a personal level, but also having experienced and participated in a lot of the production of the Market Theatre, I think the association and the opportunities for growth are quite distinct and they're quite clear for me where I'm at in my career.
What are some of those opportunities you're talking about for growth?
I think, as I said earlier on, the focus on a theatre particularly is an area that I don't predominantly have in terms of my skill set. I think the opportunity of working with the diverse skill set that already exists within the organisation, from the artistic director, the current CFO, the literary manager, the production managers, the stage managers, and I think it's an area of interest for me, you know, but also the opportunity to work with the best of South Africa's actors and actresses and writers. That's an area of growth. So I'm learning a lot as well about the production value chain from that point.
You talked about the fact coming from a multi-sector platform to very niched, very focused. What are the priorities for you now? 2 weeks into the job, what are the priority and where will that priorities take you in terms of its focus?
From a strategic level, I think we have to get a new council for the Market Theatre. The previous council, their term of council ended. So it's important from a stability point to have that level of authority in place. From a brand awareness and a brand reputation point, I think the name of the Market Theatre sells itself exceptionally well. So it's about harnessing that name. You always want to support what works well. You always want to reinforce what works well and not tear things down. It's about making sure that the productions and the level of quality of productions continue, and about supporting the production staff and the artistic staff to be able to do that in the way that they've managed to do so in the past. So I really see myself coming in to assist and to reinforce. And it's 2 weeks, so it's early days to tell and to pinpoint exactly what the issues might be at this point.
When you talk about assisting, are you talking about also part of that is a turnaround strategy for the Market Theatre, or is it to keep it afloat? Or is that two different issues, or is it the same issue?
It's two different issues. I think you definitely want to keep it afloat. The theatre, across the country, I think theatres are experiencing challenges in terms of numbers and the footfall and attendance figures are stabilised, but it's about improving those numbers. Turnaround strategy, I think the Market Theatre is in a very good position as well to work much more closer with the department, work much more closer with international funding organisations, just to support some of the units that are part and parcel of the theatre. So, for example, the laboratory, the Market Theatre laboratory and the Market Photo workshop, which are distinctly unique units and divisions within the foundation that have given the name of the Market Theatre. Yeah.
There's been just your thoughts very quickly as we wrap up. There's been a lot of criticism around the lack of female leadership in the industry. Just your thoughts on that?
I agree to some extent. I think there are a lot of female practitioners in the arts that might not necessarily be at a leadership level.
At a senior level.
But I think there's a slow change, there's a slow migration in terms of women coming in themselves towards leadership roles within the arts. But I think it's still marginal. But we're getting there. I think we're definitely getting there. The State Theatre is managed by women, the Playhouse is managed by women, the Backs is managed by women. So it's all good, but we can do better.
Annabell, and we wish you all the best in your new position, and of course looking forward to seeing some innovative and innovation at the Market Theatre. That of course is Annabell Lebethe, who's the new CEO of the Market Theatre, having joined after a brief but successful stint as the CEO of the National Arts Council. Let us know what you think. Of course, it is Women's Month, so email us. It's weekendlive@sabc.co.za.